I want to say something about LaRussell. I think there's two things that a lot of people are missing in all of these heaven-sent shenanigans. The first thing, there is a danger in leaning too hard on your core audience. Listen, LaRussell is someone that many independent artists, myself included, we respect dude a lot. We watched him build his audience from nothing, utilizing many of the same tools that we all have access to. Independent artists are told to build an audience of superfans instead of reaching for #1 on Billboard or an exorbitant amount of followers on social media. Get a certain amount of people to pay you a certain amount of money, and that's how you can sustain yourself. That is the artist model in 2026. But there is a very thin line between superfans and stan culture. And as an artist, you have to be humble enough to discern the difference. And that difference is very simple. Superfans support you and stans protect you. And when your audience starts to protect you, you end up existing in this space where everything you do is good, nothing you do is wrong, and it's not necessary for you to adjust. When you participate in stan culture, anything that is not overwhelming praise is treated as disrespect. And we see this function in music, in sports, in corporate branding. JayZ mentioned this demographic in his recent article with GQ, and he noted that because of its influence on Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, maybe we shouldn't be battling anymore. And the reality is your superfans can drift into that space if you're not careful. They love you. They support you. But if you begin to smell your own flowers and believe your own hype, that affirmation can insulate you. What I see happening is LaRussell is heavily leaning on his core audience while simultaneously trying to expand into a new one. Because speaking of JayZ, when you sign to Roc Nation, that move is centered in exposure. This is about connecting with people who don't necessarily know you. They have no context of your story. They are not emotionally invested. And so you can't expect the new audience to understand you the way that your core audience does. They're not attached to your journey at all. They're simply responding to what's in front of them. So now you got to disconnect. Your core audience is saying, we get it. And your new audience is saying, nah. And if you're insulated, you're only going to hear one side. So when criticism comes, even from people who supported you, the spirit behind it is healthy feedback, but you process it internally as hate. And now you're not even hearing right. And from there, you double down. And what's funny is my second point, which is people are mad at LaRussell for doubling down, but this is what the internet does all the time. The internet will say something, the internet will be wrong, and then the internet will double down in being wrong because the internet believes that it's always right. And again, to refer to the JayZ interview, we're watching this happen in real time. The interview is getting clipped up, and many people who are commenting on this interview have already decided in their mind who they believe JayZ to be. There is zero grace. The internet can be a graceless space. Everything is loud. Everything is right. You're never gonna see people stop and say, yeah, I might be wrong on that one. So now you've got this dynamic of an artist refusing to pivot with an audience that refuses to forgive. So if you are building something, this is a huge lesson in awareness. You have to master the ability to detach from your art and be able to hear from people who don't overwhelmingly love you and be able to discern what is healthy and what is a hindrance. Because if you don't learn that skill, what you built can crash just like that. My name is Armand Wake Up, and this has been a Kairos moment.